This is Richard from Richard Presents Starfield Essentials, and I'm going live today to try StarSim Beyond Space. This is a new creation that is 1,000 credits, so it's a little steep. And I have been struggling to understand what this creation does, how it works, the thinking behind it, the development, all of that has been working for the last 3 years. So I've been taking a look at the Discord channel. Actually, I've been in the Discord channel for this creation for several years now. And I've been taking a look at what the developers have been saying since the creation was released on Tuesday. There's been mixed reception to this creation because honestly, it does a lot. And a lot of what it does is behind the scenes. In fact, most of what it does is behind the scenes, and we'll get into that. But then the things that it does do in your face, they can be very confusing. So my goal with this live stream is to try this out for myself, to see how this creation works, and to try to apply a little of what I learned in the last week trying to understand this creation. Now, let's just see who might be here. I know this was unannounced. I can see one of you are here, so I appreciate that. Let's see if I can get that on screen here. All right. I am going to be playing StarSim, and I'll be checking in periodically with comments and such. But here we are, StarSim init. Let's just talk about what I did to get to this point. So I took my test character. I've got about 45 mods loaded with this character, nothing too crazy. And from what I read on the StarSim page, the recommendation is to either start a brand new game or to go through Unity. So what I did was I used console commands, went through Unity. Before that, I used console commands to create the QED and I put my character's gear in there. So one of the goals for this initial playthrough, which I don't think I'm going to do, you'll see why, would be to get back to the lodge to get to the QAD to grab my stuff. But I don't think that's going to happen because you'll see what's involved with that. So anyway, went through Unity. Coming out of Unity, this is what happens. You're here at this screen. This is actually beta Tyrannion 1, which is in the lower right-hand side of the screen. And it says StarSim init. StarSim core initialization has started. This process usually takes 3 to 5 minutes and temporarily disables fast travel until it finishes. It's a good time to explore a nearby point of interest or wrap up a quick quest while the system comes online. So here I am. Let's go back to, so there I am. There's my character. And I'm in my Starborn suit. No ship. Here, my ship is landing. I can see a shadow. Where is it? There it is. It's coming into land now. There it is. Okay, so there's my Starborn ship. One of the issues you're going to see with this creation is that ships and such have been changed, so their statistics are much different. So, for example, if you take a look at the hull of this ship now, it's over 150,000, and the shield is 300,000. And look at the weapon damages as well. So this is one of the criticisms of this mod, and I kind of agree with it. I don't particularly like that they have respec'd the ships. Furthermore, if you take a look at the Frontier also has a hull of over 10,000, shield of 5,000, and so forth. So I don't know why you would have to do this in order to introduce the main features that this mod has introduced. We'll talk about those. So they drop you off at beta Tyrannion 1, and apparently every new game plus that you begin with StarSim loaded, you will start at beta Tyrannion 1, which is a cool location. This is definitely a design choice that the mod creators made. Now, let's look at another change here. If I go to the star map, you'll see on the far left here, we have a gate network for beta Tyrannion 1. And if I scroll out farther, you'll see that the majority of the map is empty. You can see a few star systems here, Montana, Feynman, Nirvana, and so forth. So what is going on? Well, what the mod authors have done is they have replaced the normal travel mechanisms in Starfield with a gate network. And these gate networks are aligned north, south, east, and west. And let me see if I can pull up the map that really will describe how this works. So let me get the map. All right, let's see if I can share that with you all. Let's see. Okay, here is the map. Now, what are we looking at here? What the modders have done is they have replaced the normal travel mechanisms in Starfield with a gate mechanism. So in the let me change this out. I have a version that makes this just a little bit easier. What I've done is, let's see. Here we go. Use this one. What I want to show you is, there we go. This is the one I wanted to show you, and I'll make myself smaller here. Okay, so you see in the lower right-hand side, that is the lower right-hand side box. That is Beta Ternion 1. On the left-hand side, in the middle of the left-hand side, that box is Jemison. So if you want to go from Beta Ternion 1 to Jemison, you have to traverse the indicated boxes. You just can't fast travel from one location to another. So, for example, if I wanted to get from Beta Ternion 1 to Jemison, the first thing I would do is move west. If I move south, I'm going to end up in, what is this? If I move south, I'm going to end up in Proxima Ternion. And if I move south again, I'll end up in Ternion 9. And from there, I would only be able to go east to Enlil 7. And that will not take me anywhere near Jemison. So what I'll have to do if I want to go to Jemison is I would have to go west to Gamma Vulpes 2, and then again west to Delta Vulpes 4A, and so on, and just keep heading west. So this to me can be a little confusing. All right, hold on here. We want to turn that magnifier off. There we go. Okay. So let's try that actually. Let's see if we can actually do this. So you can see what I'm talking about here. Let's get into our ship. Oh boy, this is so embarrassing. I hardly ever play New Game Plus. I'll just tell you that right now. Usually when I play, I create a character using a fast start mod and add my stuff and all that. Okay, so here we are in the starboard ship. And you'll say, oh, what is this thing over here? Well, this is a navigator panel or a navigator console. The thing about this is it's really just a version of the map that I just showed you. And let me just make sure I'm display. Yeah, let's go back to, here we go. Let's remove that from the stage. Sorry. Trying to manage all this is pretty ridiculous. Okay, here we go. We're back. Okay, so we're back. I really do need two screens for this. They say when you're sharing your screen, you need to have two so I can see who's commenting. And in fact, I should probably do that so I can see your comments, because right now I can't see them. But I'll get to them. All right, let's talk about this navigation console. There's no navigating down on this console. It's just another version of the map I showed you. So, oh, I can't even do that. Come on now. Activate. Okay, good. StarSim core initialization is completed. Main simulation initialization will run in the background over the next few hours. We're going to have to talk about that. But the void is now yours to wander, discover, and explore. Okay. Oh, come on. I want to see the map. Did they change it? Or is this not working the way I thought it would? Oh, okay. So when I looked at people who had played this before, and shout out to Crimson Flyboy for really struggling with this earlier in the week. I watched most of his live stream. And I took a look at some of the live stream that he did with the developers. I've also taken a look at the two Twitch live streams that the developers did and tried to understand those and synthesize those. I've also taken a look at the code. I've also taken a look at what's in Discord. All right, so anyway, here we are. And what I was hoping was using this navigation console, what I had seen in the other demonstrations was a map would appear. And that is not happening here. I'm getting this. So anyway, let's just take off. And we're going to go into space, and I'm going to show you how these gates work. Now, you saw there was that message. Oh, that's not good. Well, that's weird. Okay, so now I've taken off. The void is yours. This is space. Now, you go. And the whole you go thing is so overdone. Okay, so yeah, okay, we have a gate network. The gates are oriented north, south, east, and west, lining up with their destination. Consult the ship's navigation table. Maybe it'll work now that I'm in space. I'm not quite sure. Yes, the ship's navigation table while in gate network space. Okay, so I'm in gate network space now. I should be able to see them. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the entire galaxy is now running a simulation. This is the key. This is the key to what this creation does. And this is probably why I'm not going to be playing it. I mean, I did buy it. I'm playing it now, but this is a different game at this point. What this creation has done, it has now created two major new mechanics. First one is the gate mechanic, which I've talked a little bit about. We're going to use in a second. The second one is the space economy simulation. So while you are playing Starfield, there is an entire simulation of space economics occurring. What the modders have done is they have taken 300, and they call them orbits. So if you think about the planets and moons that are in Starfield, there's planets, there's stars, there's planets, there's moons. And each one of those could have an orbit. Now, there's over, 1,200 of those? So that's way too many. So what the modders have done is they've selected 300 of those that they feel are the most interesting, most important. And they have now created this infrastructure around them where ships and space stations and asteroids and anomalies and other stuff are all existing independent of the player. So Starfield is no longer a player-centric game with this mod. Starfield is its own thing that is running constantly. And the simulation is so complex, it takes 1 to 3 hours to boot up while you're playing the game. So while my computer is running here, all the elements of the Starfield StarSim economic simulation are starting from, orbit to orbit up until all 300 are finally loaded. So this is a fundamentally different game compared to regular Starfield, where it is player-centric, and when the player goes somewhere, something might happen. All of these activities are occurring in the background with StarSim, which, frankly, it's an amazing technical accomplishment. Let's not beat around the bush here. Apparently, this has been accomplished with over 70,000 lines of Papyrus, which is the scripting language that is running in Starfield. And I'm still delving into the code and understanding what it does, but that's pretty amazing that the developers were able to overlay essentially another state engine on top of the game engine, and they did it all in Papyrus. Okay, so here we are. Now, there's a space anomaly. Okay, so let's talk about some of what you'll see when you're playing StarSim. When you're playing StarSim, you're going to be seeing ships, you'll see gates, you'll see space anomalies. The problem that I've seen, and there's one of the gates, is that most of these, you are not able to interact with them. So if you do see a space station, and let's swing, so that's to the north, that is Proxima Ternian. If I swing, what gate is that? That's the Gamma Vulpes gate. No, I don't want to go there. So that is the one I showed you earlier that was to the south of us. If we looked at that map, let me just take a quick look at that thing. Where is that map? I've got it here somewhere. Yeah, that map is to the south, or sorry, that gate is to the south of us. We don't want to go there. We want to go to the Gamma Vulpes gate. Oh, wait a minute. That is Gamma Vulpes. Ugh. So when I watched one of the earlier discussions, the modders said that when you're looking at the planet, the gate to the north would be near the planet. That apparently is not true. So this is the Proxima Ternian star. And you know what? Let's stand up. Let's see if we can use the map and if it'll tell us what I'm trying to explain here. Okay, yes, dude, move. Okay, good. All right, now let's activate this thing. Okay, good. So this is one of the confusing aspects of this. You press the button and nothing happens. So it's going to take a minute before it loads. I'm hoping that it loads. Come on, load. Okay, yeah, so here, the little icons are starting to appear. So there's an icon there for Aquila. Here's where we are. Oh, the network map. just popped up. It is an alternative view of the navigation table. Yes, okay, we can plan routes. This is not the best implementation, honestly. Like, I can't, like, no, I don't want to do that. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that, dude. Okay, so if I go into first-person mode, it's a little bit easier to see, but I usually don't play in first-person mode, but okay, fine. All right, so there's beta Tyrannion, and if I hit scan, it doesn't do anything, so that's kind of a pain. So I'm at beta Tyrannion 1, and there's Voli Alpha, but okay, so if you look I mean, this is not done well, right? This is what makes this frustrating, I think, for players. If you look ever so closely at this, you'll see that there's a slight blue line that goes down. That's the gate to the south. And if you look, if you just barely can see it to the left, there's a line, and that's the gate to the west. Now you can see them a little bit easier over here, right? So you can see in Aquila, there's lines north, south, east, and west, and the same thing. Or Voli Alpha has a line to the north. Over here, Jemison, there's a line to the north, the east, and the south. So this is a real pain to see if you are in the starboard ship. Maybe if I get around to the back, does it make it a little bit easier to see it? Nah, it's still bad. Blue on blue doesn't work very well. Never mind if you're colorblind. Are you going to be able to see this even? I don't know. All right, so we know we don't want to go to the south. We do want to go to the west. But here's the problem. How do we do that? Yeah, it doesn't show up. All right, so let's head on over to our pilot seat. This is another concern that people have had with this creation, is that there's no easy way to look at the map and then fly. So you have to jump in and out of your pilot seat all the time. All right, so there's the Proxima Tyrannion Star gate. And I know I want to go to Gamma Volpes. And again, I'm going to look back at my map, Gamma Volpes 2. So let's just do that. Let's just head on over there. Where is this thing? All right, so there's the Gamma Volpes 2 gate. We're going to go through it. Speed up a little bit. Come on, brother. Well, let's see if this works. Okay. All right, so I'm going through the Stargate. Okay, so here we are. We're at Gamma Volpes. Oh, and we have an anomaly. Okay. So we have a space anomaly. I really don't care about that. I'm trying to understand the gate system. I'm trying to understand how do I get from one place to another. So I'm trying to slew my way. Okay, so here we are. There's the gate to Beta Tyrannion 1. No, slow down. Do not want to go into that. So this is where I just came from. So that, I assume, is the gate to the east, because I just went west. So that's the east gate. And that means... Is there a north gate? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to check the map. So there's a green line ahead of me, which I think is a space lane. I don't think that means I can go anywhere. So I believe what that means is to the west, there should be a Beta Volpes or something. Let's head on over there. No, Beta Tyrannion 1. That's where I came from. Can you start to see why this is not something I really am that interested in playing? Gamma Volpes 2, yes, okay. I want another gate. Where can I find a gate? Okay, by the way, let's just say if I just went to Alpha Centauri, if I just did a click on that, can't do it, right? Doesn't work. Fast travel is disabled. Oh, wait a minute. No, I did fast travel. What? I thought fast travel was disabled. Well, there I am in Alpha Centauri. Folks, I'm trying to give this as fair a shake as I can. I don't know if that was intended, but okay, maybe now we can get a better sense of how this gate network works. So there's a satellite. All right, it looks like a gate, but it's not. It's a satellite. And there's ships spawning in. All right, here's a gate. What is this gate? That's the gate to Kurtz. All right, gate to Kurtz. Oh, here's a gate. What is this gate? This is the gate to Grissom. So Kurtz, let's assume Kurtz is north. Grissom is east. Thank God I'm an Eagle Scout and I did all my pioneering and I know my cardinal directions. There's a gate to the eye. You know what? I think the gate to the eye is north based on looking at the map earlier. Let me look at this again. All right, so here we are. Yeah, okay, so I'm looking at the map. Sorry, I'm not sharing it in real time. So from Jemison, the eye is north. The eye is north. Kurtz is east. Grissom is south. And Sirius 2 is west. All right. The eye is north. So that is north. Although it's almost what's going on? Why is it? Oh, it's because there's so much stuff. Is that why? Oh my goodness. This is a little frustrating, everyone. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find a way to see your comments because I'm thankful for everyone that's here. Let's see if I can find a way to see all that. Okay, here we go. Comments. Yay. Okay. Backbone 420. Hey, Richard and gang, chopping up my load order right now to try StarSim. Perfect timing. Well, so far my other mods seem to be working with this. That's okay. Okay, the Mantor 1744. They said they're going to make the ship parts and weapons dynamically patched to modded stuff. Yeah. Okay, so that reminds me, there is a patch. Oh, yeah. Okay, Backbone 420 just mentioned OG Tennessee has a StarSim patch for ships. That's right. The OG Tennessee, thank you, Great Modder, has introduced a. In fact, why don't I just bring it up? Let's just show you all what we're talking about here. Let's see. All right. We have a mod here called Back to Vanilla, and I'll share it with y'all. Come on now. All right, let's see. Share. Oh, I have to change when I'm sharing by screen. Forget it. We'll just talk about it. So there is a mod by OG Tennessee who will introduce vanilla ships back into the game. Okay, hey, Crable Snarky. What is up? Man, the mod is not for me, but you got to respect how ambitious it is. Yes, that is absolutely true. There's so much work that's gone into this thing. And it's been a 3-year endeavor, and there's only more to come. Yes, absolutely got to respect the work. Horrible frame rates. Ooh, yeah, I haven't even looked at that. Dark Horror 49. Need a PhD in unnecessary things nobody asked for to understand this mod. Kidalahara, hello. Do you have to use a gate to travel even in between planets and moons? Let's try it out. Okay, hey, User Jim. Sir Richard, you're the best. Thank you so much. All right, let's do some more with this gate stuff. Let's see what we got to do. So I believe the cruise mechanic still works. So let's try that. Okay. Isn't cruise just going... I'm on controller, so isn't it just left button? No. Oh, is it right button? No. Wait a minute. Did they disable cruise? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what we see here, though. So all of these vessels, these drone freighters, laser tower, all this stuff, these have been added by StarSim, and they are carrying out whatever it is they need to do within the network. So let's oh, okay, hold on, let's turn the engines up. Maybe that was my problem. There we go. Okay, so now I'm cruising. Yay! I didn't break that. Okay. So let's see if I can find anything worth cruising to. Can I only cruise to the gates? No, wait, I can cruise to... All right, so let's... Oh, so I can only cruise... Okay. I tell you, folks. All right, there's a mission there. Let's ease it back a little bit. Let's try to find another place to visit. Cruise. Oh boy, this slewing is really bad right now. Yeah, I do not like how this feels. I'm not sure why it is not working that well. Yeah, cruise mode. Do not like Do not like what is happening with cruise mode here. All right, let's see if we can find something and talk to it.
Howdy.
By the way, you notice how far everything away is? 16 kilometers? Oh, you know what? Let's try that again. Hold on. Hold on. Free star discovery.
Signal received. What can I do for you?
One of the things they've talked about
Sure.
is
Take a
what's
look.
in the hold of the ships is now controlled by the economy. So apparently this stuff is now, yeah, can I sell stuff? They only have 1,074 credits. That's really not that great. So apparently what's in holds now is controlled by the economic simulation. It's not just randomly put there by a linked or by a list or whatever. All right, can I? Okay, here we go. Let's check out one of these drone freighters. Let's hail it.
Help you, friend.
Oh, that's interesting. Let's trade. So this drone freighter is carrying stuff from system to system. It's part of the simulation. All right. I do not want to get into a fight here because if I do, you can see there's so many ships. I get absolutely mauled. Oh, you might have also noticed the sky is very black. So this isn't just an introduction of other mechanics. They've definitely changed the way the game looks, which, you know, it's not, you know, some people do this with mods anyway. I personally don't, but okay. All right, here's a ship that's kind of close. Let's talk to this one.
Yes. Sure. Got some items worth.
All right, what do you got? Yeah, so you've noticed they have the same items in many cases. And I wonder if that's because the simulation says this is what's in demand, which is kind of neat. Okay, I want to try to find like a star station or something like that that people would actually find interesting as opposed to a drone freighter or whatever. Let's see. Lots of drone freighters. Some of these things, it makes me feel like they're just so far away. Oh, by the way, boost never ends now. That's another change that's been introduced in this mod. You can just boost forever. And it's probably because they put everything so far apart. And it makes me wonder if they put things so far apart because they've added so much stuff. Let's try something else here. Let's head on over to the eye. You know what? Let's do that. All right, so now okay, that wasn't good. I cruised right past the eye. All right, let's try again. Where's the eye? Let's turn the boosting off. That's the Grissom Gate. Kurtz Gate. There's the eye gate. Okay. So I typically don't play overhauls. I don't play Darkstar. Again, Darkstar, amazing work. I don't play it. To me, it's just too much. I don't play Star Wars Genesis. I've tried it. You've seen my videos, or video. At least I've done one. Probably I've done a couple videos. I don't play it. It's a different game. I like Starfield. I like to add stuff to Starfield, which is still Starfield. This, in many ways, looks like Starfield, but it's pretty different in my opinion. So I'm not going to play this. But I've had so many people ask me about it, and I felt like it was worth giving the modders a fair shake. I decided to buy it. So by the way, thank you for all those who support the channel. You make it possible for me to just say, oh, I'm going to drop 10 bucks on a creation. You know, there we go. So even this, right? I'm not thrilled that it has to take me this long to travel to this gate. Like, is this a fun way for me to spend my time? All right, here we go. We're finally getting in on sub 10,000 meter range. And I'm just gonna try blasting right through it. All right, through the gate. Yeah, and that little like sound that's made, I saw a comment from someone else who asked if that could be disabled. I agree with that. That little, I don't know, it's like hitting a drum or something. I don't know. I don't like it. That little zing. Okay, so now I'm at the eye, which is really just still Jemison. Oh, UC light security. What is that?
What the? Is that some kind of prototype ship you got there?
Yeah, it is. It's awesome.
Just keep whatever you call weapons powered down,
Okay.
okay?
UC light security, star parcel transport. Let's hail the star parcel transport. Let's trade. Oh, so they've got more stuff. That's cool. Oh, sorry, buy. Oh, they have no items. Oh, come on, come on. That's weird. Why did it do that? Buy. They have no items. Okay. So are they going somewhere? Oh, it's star parcel, so they must be going to pick up something somewhere. All right. Anything else? I'm trying to find something interesting, people. The whole thing about StarSim, Chandra Vineyards Freighter 1.
You're coming in loud and clear.
All right. What do you got? They have ship parts. They have ship parts and they're a vineyard. I don't get it. So the whole idea behind this is it's supposed to make, there's a Chandra Vineyards Freighter 2. It's supposed to make it Quantum Synergies Freighter 2. Interesting as well. Let's see what they have.
Yeah, need something.
Okay, what do you got? Chlorosilanes and ship parts. All right. So my understanding of the design decisions behind this creation is that it's supposed to make space fun. You're supposed to travel the gate network from place to place, find stuff, and enjoy your time. And I am not doing that. To me, this is not really fun. Now, based on what I've researched as well, the game gets fun, I guess, when you start to interfere with the simulation. So, for example, Altair 2 is a place that was mentioned in several streams and such. And Altair 2 apparently is a choke point that if you disrupt trade there, it will cause issues for the simulation. And I don't mean the simulation like it breaks it. I mean that the participants in the simulation will start to have trouble getting their goods from one place to another. So that could be fun. For example, if you wanted to be a pirate and you want to start disrupting trade there, that could be a way to play the game. And I think that's really kind of the key to what this is all about, right? Starfield is many games in one. It's a game on ground with weapons and quests. It's a game in space, kind of less so. And maybe that's why StarSim exists now, is because the idea is potentially there's more stuff to do in space. But there's also, it's an outpost building game, it's a shipbuilding game, and it's just, it's an open world game. And the idea behind StarSim is as you're going from gate to gate, you're encountering stuff that is supposed to be interesting, more emergent, I suppose, as opposed to placed. And I'm just not seeing that. All right, let's go back and see what you all are saying. Comments. Hello, Mister. Hello, everyone. Hello. Mod is impressive, can be very cinematic. Star colors finally look more authentic. Yeah, I won't argue with that. If you want that more realistic look, things being black, that's cool. VLock85 says, my concern is the long-term effects this will have on a save. It's a lot of moving parts, and based off mining conglomerate, it might brick a save because of all the simulation going on. Yeah, that's a fair point. All of this has to be saved somewhere. I don't know how that's happening. And I do, I'll save this once we're done with it, and we'll see what the save looks like. But yeah, that's a fair point. Well, what else are we going to do here? I mean, let's take a look at our quest list. So yeah, this is a test character that I have. So he's level 60, but that's just because I use console commands to get him up to 60 and add all sorts of equipment and that kind of stuff. If I take a look at my star map, you know what? Let's get down to New Atlantis. Let's just get down there. And, oh, look, it's Todd Howard. I forget which mod does that, but Todd is there wearing Sarah's outfit. Love it. This will also give me a chance to test some of my mods that are loaded, because I use a lot of mods that just sort of are like minor quality of life improvements. At least with this test character. Alright. So for example, one of the mods I use is fast travel to unknown. So that works. That's nice. Hadn't visited the lodge before, but no problem. We'll run inside. Oh, you know what? I don't even know what NG I'm in. Let's see if they pick an NG for you. There's Sarah and crew. Yep, we're going to ignore you. Goodbye. Oh, I have to talk to Sarah first. Ugh. Okay. What's up, Sarah?
Excuse me.
Yeah,
this...
yep.
Wait.
Of course, it's something familiar.
Vasco.
Scanning. This appears to be.
I see.
All right. We're going to skip main quest.
You're taking... Why don't we hear him?
All right.
Okay, blah, blah. I need that key, Sarah.
So.
This is...
By the way,
I
Sarah
think
got
we're
married.
past the point of doubting,
Emily,
Walter.
the actress,
event-
she got married in real life.
And if what you've told...
So
I want
congratulations.
you to check with Vlad. You track down the...
Okay, got my lodge key. That's all I needed.
Well, it is customary to say.
Let's get my gear.
Dimensional accurate
Let's see if the QED is there. Yeah, it is. Okay. Love the QED. It just makes things so much easier. So we're going to take everything. All right. And now we'll get all set up here. All right, now we're set. Okay, so let's, what can I do next? So this is interesting, right? So in the solar system, you can see these other gates, which is cool. The thing is, how do you know where they go to? That's the issue. If you don't have the map, all right, you know what? Let's go back to our ship and maybe I can just go into space. Let's just go gate network to the eye. Just fast travel there. I love it. This is so not what this bond is supposed to be about. You're supposed to travel everywhere, but you know what? I need to make my life a little bit easier. Okay, so I'm back in space. Let's stand up and let's check out our map. See if this map makes any sense to us. Oh, I do not like the starboard ship. Okay. All right, so I activated the navigator console. By the way, we're 38 minutes into the stream. I'll probably go no longer than 1 o'clock, and we're still waiting for the entire simulation to load. So that's going to be a 1 to 3 hour process apparently. And I have a decent computer here. I mean, we're not talking the best CPU in the world. It's an AMD 7600X. GPU is great. NVIDIA 4070 Ti Super, 16 gigs of VRAM. But as far as all the simulation stuff, that is probably very CPU heavy. So, you know, okay, I activated you and I'm not seeing anything. This is, now it's coming into focus. So here's another issue. Where am I in this? I got this map. I can't see where I am. There's Voss. Oh, there I am. Okay, so it just lit up. So there I am. And it looks like I don't see any north, south, I don't see any north, east, or west, but I do see south to Jemison, which is where we came from. So that's useful. And over here, we can see Mars has links in all 4 cardinal directions. Also, you can barely see it, but there are faction markings. So it says UC, which is cool. And then over here on Aquila, you've got the Freestar faction marking. Fully Alpha, same. Over here, no markings. So here you can see this is where we came from, right? We started Beta Tyrion 1. We went west 1 to Gamma Volpes 2. And then I fast traveled, which I didn't think you were able to do with this thing. Now that makes me wonder if I can see something else. Can I fast travel there? Can I fast travel to Seoul? You know what? Let's go to Cheyenne. Can I fast travel there? Let's just Let's fast travel to Skink. Yeah, okay. I was able to fast travel to the Cheyenne system and to Skink. Is this because I'm running a mod? That's possible. I do have fast travel to Unknown, but that works on the surface, not in space. All right, I really want to find like some kind of space station or something like that. So there's a SSN relay beacon. The reason I want to... Okay, there's a laser tower. Let's go look at that. The reason I want to show you one of these other space POIs is because at present you can't interact with them, which is frustrating, right? Like if I could find you a space station, that would be fun to interact with it, but you can't, according to all the live streams and stuff, such that I've already watched. All right, so we're gonna check out this laser tower. And you know what? I might actually save and then attack something just to get some action going on here and see what it looks like. As you can see, I can boost forever, which is something they've done. Okay, slow down. All right, let's do a quick save here. And now I'm going to attack this thing and see what happens. Okay, so I just got a bounty. Okay, now I got a 15,000 bounty. Is anyone going to attack me? Are there any ships nearby that might say, hey, we didn't like the fact that you blew up our tower? Can't tell what that is. Yeah, so there's something out there, but it's so far away I can't tell. Oh, this is Star Parcel Transport, 16 kilometers. Okay. What else we got? We got some anomalies. Come on, what is that? I know space is big, but when you can't interact with it, it's no fun. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through the gate at Aquila. And we're going to see if anyone reacts to the fact that I have a bounty. They should, right? Security should check me out. So, the two big things this mod adds. Economy and gate network. Neither of which I'm particularly interested in. The economy, that actually sounds kind of interesting, and I wish they had just done the economy. That would have been cool. I don't need this other stuff. All right, so here I'm... Okay, yeah. So they're reacting because I blew them up. I blew up that little dealio there. But you know what? They're so far away. They're so far away. It's going to take them forever. Yeah, keep looking alive. Oh, yeah, there's tons of them out there. They're so far away, though. This is pretty funny. These ships are so far away. Oh, okay.
There's no way you can win this.
Yeah, okay. All right. Suddenly I'm getting tons of missiles getting launched at me. And apparently missiles are much deadlier in this game.
Look alive.
All right, let's...
Look alive.
Yeah, look alive yourselves. Look at all those missiles.
Fight.
I picked the wrong fight. Look at all those missiles. That's okay. This is actually pretty cool. I actually like that, seeing all the volleys of missiles coming at me. Now, it makes me wonder... Oh, so they figured out where I'm at. Now they're firing new missiles at me.
There's no getting out of this.
Okay, so let's boost again. Get out of the range of those missiles. Okay, I found the first, I think, like, genuinely fun thing in this creation that is causing me to enjoy myself. Look at all those missiles. They're still going on the trajectories that they were on. At least we know they're not homing missiles. That's pretty cool. But I'm so far away... They won't get to me. In fact, I can probably just sit here and watch and then just boost away. Okay, here they come, right? In fact, are any of them going to hit me? I'm just going to sit here quietly and see if any of them hit me.
There's no way you can win this.
Okay, are they going to get their bearings on me?
You've met your match.
I'm just going to sit here and see what you're all saying in chat. Okay. Let's see. This mod has a lot. It counters big ships and such, but you got to play it for some time. It is a good start for a sim-like experience, in my opinion. Oh, are they getting in range? Okay, I'm working on a Nexus collection that is essential bug fixes and quality of life, but as close to vanilla as I can get. Yep, cable snarky. Okay, looks like they're starting to get into range. I need to boost away again, so let's get out of here. Boost, 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 and then I'll go back to comments. In fact, I need to put these guys like totally behind me. In fact, let's just boost while I read comments. Yes. Yeah, Cable Starkey, I'd be interested in that. Yep, some places only have one gate. That's right. Okay, some weapon changes are interesting, but will be incompatible with every ship mod. Yes, that's right. Oh, okay. Are they finally catching up to me? Okay, so how do I get out of here? This is what I gotta do. I gotta find a way out of this mess because I'm fighting 20 ships. Which, incidentally, that was my original... Oh, is there a gate over there? Maybe I could scoot out of here using the gate network. Butcher's Best Animal Ranch. So yeah, that's something that's been pretty cool too, is that they've added like more factions. 3-star flagship Forerunner. Oof. FC Intersystem Hub. I wonder what that is. Oh yeah, that's one of the space stations I was telling you about. Alright, so let's go check that thing out while I'm getting shot at. They're getting in range. You know what? Let's shoot at that thing too. Oh, look at I have missiles. I got missiles. Oh, here we go. This one's closer. Here's the thing, right? There's the Chandra Brewery. I can't do anything to it. I can't interact with it. So it's this cool thing in space, but I can't do anything to it. I don't think I can even damage it. Uh-oh. Maybe I can damage it. All right, you know what? We're Mr. Nice Guy. Let's try to take out some of these guys. Good. Goodbye. Yeah, there we go. Goodbye. Alright. So I'm going to have to know if you all are going to try this. Like, is this any fun for you? Is this something you would like to try? Oops, here we go. Alright, so here's the thing. There are these... Look at that frigate. There are these Class M ships now in the game. Oh, yeah. See, look at my yeah, check out my frame rates, right? Someone mentioned that earlier. I am running, you know, I've got frame gen, DLSS, all that. Oh, I can dock? Oh, I almost had a chance to dock. That's not supposed to be allowed with a capital ship. Interesting. That would have been fun. All right, back to comments. What's going on here? All right. Let's see if I can start parcel transport. So yeah, let's check out this space anomaly. This is something else you can do. Apparently you can scan these, and over time you can sort of maintain a collection of things that you've scanned, I guess. I'm not actually really sure about that, but we'll see. Scan it. Scanning space anomaly. Gravitational anomaly discovered. So I got 50 XP for that. That's cool. That's the kind of stuff. Look, if they just added that, that's a fun thing to add. Oh, is there a gate over there? Which gate is that? Let's go over to that gate. That's... Okay, so this is interesting. I hadn't noticed this before, but... Yeah, okay. This Miatha gate... Am I just seeing things, or does the fact that it have 4 lines mean that there are 4 gates beyond that? Is that the way that works? Or am I just noticing that for the first time? Or is it always there? Is it always part of the HUD? Oh, that's what's a little confusing about this. So that's something the modders are going to do, is they're going to add north, south, east, and west to make life a little bit easier for us who haven't memorized the gate network. Alright, we'll go through this guy. We'll check it out on the other side, see what it looks like. I have a feeling this is just a HUD thing. I don't necessarily think it has anything to do with north, south, east, and west. But here we go. Going through. Why does my ship look screwed up? Maybe it'll get fixed on the other side. Oh, it looks screwed up. Why is that? What happened to my Starborn ship? It's totally messed up. Oh my goodness. I'm not running any ship mods, by the way. Man, that's no fun. Okay, so here we are. I'm a flying hull with a docker and a corridor, it looks like. All right, let's see if there's anything. Ooh, construct space. Yes. Where is that? Okay, this Nishina Research Satellite Factory. Construct space. Let's go to that. Excuse you. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Okay, there's the construct space. Let's check this thing out. So wouldn't that be fun to be able to land on this base? Interact with it? That would be fun, something fun to do in space, right? And there are mods that add new space POIs. I think Tiny Reasons to Explore Space is one that I use. I wish I could remember. There's another one I use that adds proc-gen. Well, they're not proc-gen generated bases, but yeah. Sorry. It's hard to keep track of it all. Okay, so we have this construct space, and I can't do anything to it. I can hail it, but I cannot. There's no way to dock with it. Yeah, so I can't dock with it. So, you know, that's no fun. What if I shoot at it? Okay, so I can damage it. Oh, and I guess... What? Oh, I'm being scanned for contraband. That's interesting. So who just did that? That's another mechanic, is that it changes the... this changes the way that... contraband works. So you can do something useful with contraband now, which is cool. All right, hold on. I'm gonna try to destroy this construct space and see what happens. Thankfully, nobody cares, so I'm not getting attacked. Freestar Security does not care. Oh, I got a critical hit to the hull. That's something. Oh, do you notice that? It's shooting at the center of this thing, which, is there anything even there? Are only my missiles having an effect because they're hitting something real? Oh my goodness. Come on. Oh, I got a hit. Okay, that's good. Come on. Look at the hull on this thing. I just realized it's 2 point something million. Good grief. Why? Why did you do this? Why is everything scaled up ridiculously? Well, this isn't fun. That is not fun. It looks cool. That's some cool cinematics right there. All right, what do you all think? Dark Universe, yeah. So what's your take on the mod? Oh, it's the streaming frame rate. It is bad. Streaming frame rate. Huh. That's interesting. I'm, well, shoot. I'm afraid I don't have any control over that. I'm sorry that that's bad. What's your take on the mod so far? Just getting in. Yeah, I bought it. I bought it to show it. I'm not going to play it. Dark Universe. Yeah, Cable Snarky says, honestly, I don't know if the mod's really ready to use. I mean, you can use it, but I'm not really having that much fun with it right now. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry if the frame rate on this hasn't been great. I'm using my wired connection, and I'm using the same setup that I did previously. And as far as all my settings, they all seem to be good. Well, this has been my best attempt to have a fair look, in my opinion. You know, I try to be honest and fair on this channel, and I spent, like I mentioned at the top of the hour, I spent days looking at this, trying to make sense of it, because I wanted to do sort of a comprehensive video that explains what's going on in the background and all that. And I was getting overwhelmed. I was waking up in the middle of the night trying to figure out how to handle this, and it was not fun. So I thought, why don't I just go live and I'll show you what this thing looks like from a first-person perspective, and you've seen it. So I think I'm going to call the live stream with that. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining.